Your new life is going to cost you your old life. And what that means is if you have a vision for yourself that is so different than how your life is right now, you're going to have to give up a lot of things to get there. And some of those things might be challenging to give up, but it's worth it, and it's the price you pay to receive what it is that you truly desire. And you've probably heard that saying before, either from me on here or other creators. I feel like it's heavily floating around the internet right now, but it's so true. Hi, I'm Julia. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. So this past year, 2024, I feel like I have gone through so many extreme life changes where I had to give up the old life to become a match to the new life. And I literally moved across the country to California for the third time in my life. That was crazy for me. Like, this felt like something that was totally impossible, but I made it happen with the help of the universe and all of the characters in my story, of course, including you watching this. And I have no idea what 2025 holds, but I'm really excited to find out. I know that's going to mean letting go of more things to make room for other things, which can be challenging at times. We have visions for ourselves, and maybe those visions aren't exactly what will happen, but they're like blueprints of what we would like to manifest, bring to life, attract, whatever word you want to use. And usually to get to that place where those things have been brought to life, we do have to let go of the old version of ourselves and all the things that are in that story. We have to let go of that story to take on a new story. And there will be a bridge of events, a bridge of incidents that gets us there. It has to be cohesive, or the story wouldn't make sense to us. But sometimes things happen and it's not cohesive, and you're like, wait, how did I get from here to there? I'm just suddenly there. But most of the time, there will be a bridge of incidents where it's like things start to fall apart so that they can come together. Maybe you lose your job so that you can get the job of your dreams. Or maybe you have a really bad breakup so that you can meet the partner that you're actually meant to be with. You know, those types of bridge of incidences where your new life is going to cost you your old life. It's kind of like when you turn in your old car for a new car. You know, you're not going to bring your old car into the same garage that your new car needs to be parked in, because it's one space, and that one space is for the one car that you have, not your old car and your new car. Unless you have like a 2-car garage, then, you know, maybe you want to keep both. And sometimes you can, but sometimes you can't. And we're talking about the times where you can't. Or maybe it's not that you can't, but it's like, why would you choose to hold on to this old thing when you don't need to? And maybe it's dragging you down. Maybe your old car is really nice and you want to bring it with you. That's different. But let's say you have, like, I don't know, an old refrigerator that's super loud. You're gonna want to just get rid of that refrigerator to replace it with a new one. That's what I'm talking about. It's when you have something and you're like, you know, either this has served me to the best that it can and I need to upgrade and move forward, or this isn't serving me to the best that it can and I also need to upgrade and move forward. It can go either way, but the point that I'm saying is you're not going to want to take your old refrigerator into your new house. And it can be really hard and really scary and really challenging to let go of these things, because sometimes we can't even see what the new thing is going to come in to be. We are just free falling. We're letting go and we're like, okay, God, source, higher self, please bring me that thing. Because right now I'm free falling. I need a parachute, whatever. Catch me at the bottom. And I find that the universe always does. When I was looking for places, when I was trying to move here, it was like nothing was biting, place after place after place. I wasn't getting any of the places until the last few weeks, when it was like crunch time. I needed to meet this deadline that I set for myself, and I did it. I moved in the exact day that I needed to move in to be able to play out the timeline that I had envisioned for myself. But to get there, it really took letting go of the fact that, like, I was comfortable at my parents' house. I didn't have to pay rent. I didn't have to worry about bills. But now I am adding on things that I have to quote unquote worry about, like bills and rent and all the expenses of life that we have to pay for. But for me, it was worth it. I was ready to move forward. I was ready to move back here. I was ready to move on from my life in Philadelphia. And do I still go back to Philadelphia all the time? Absolutely. I love going back there. I love seeing my friends and my family, but I don't live there anymore. I live here. And something that I'm really trying to implement in 2025 is building that life here. Who knows how long I'm going to stay in California? I have no idea. I know I do want to travel around, and as I make more money, I would like to invest in property and be bi-coastal. I would love to travel back and forth from Philly to California California like I have been doing. But I want to do that with more firmly rooted roots in my life here. Because I feel like something I've been having trouble giving up is the fact that I can just go home and see my friends and family pretty often, and it's really comfortable. But then when I get back here, I am a little lonely. I do have friends, but they all kind of live in different places. I don't see them as much. It is a little bit more of a challenge. And a really big goal of mine for this year is to build a community that I can keep and be a part of even when I am leaving and coming back, because I think it is hard to set down roots in a new place when you are going away so much. But I think if I really set the intention and take the actions to build a community here, I will be able to. And I can still be bi-coastal or travel around, but it does take giving up the fact that like, I just want to run home when I am feeling lonely, which I might still do for New Year's. We'll see. A lot of my friends are going to be in Philly. I would say most of my friends are going to be in Philly, even some of the California ones. So that is to be determined, but that being said, the new year hasn't started yet. Another thing that I will be giving up or putting on pause to make space for new projects and new creative ventures are these weekly videos, I'm sorry to say. I'm not saying I am leaving YouTube, but I will be taking a break to figure out what is next. And that could be just like a rebrand on here, or it could be a pause for figuring out what is next. And maybe I'll resurface on here, maybe I won't. I don't really know, so I don't want to give you guys any specifics because I haven't figured it out yet. So in the meantime, while I'm figuring out what I'm gonna do with this channel, if you want to keep up with me and my life, make sure to follow me on Snapchat at Julia Gilman. I literally post vlogs of my life every day on there. But I really enjoyed these weekly videos. They were very helpful for me, and I hope they were helpful for you. That was my intention, was to inspire, help, maybe give you some advice. And most of all, just be a relatable person for you to watch so you feel less alone. I know a lot of times when I go to watch creators, it's because I want to feel like comforted. I want to feel like there's somebody else out there going through similar things as me, and if they can do it and they can get through it, well, so can I. And that's what I hope these videos over the past 2 years have brought to you. It's really cool for me to look back and have this journey documented so I can see like how far I've come and how far I still have to go. But I started this weekly series right around the time I started Snapchatting daily, and a few months after a really hard breakup. So I've come a really long way since the start of this whole thing, and I'm really happy that you guys have gotten to see all this growth, and I trust that it did inspire you if you have been keeping up this whole time. And I hope you can look back at your journey and be like, wow, 2 years ago I am a completely different person, and I feel like I am more authentically myself than I've ever been, and that I'm on the path that feels most meant for me. I really hope you can say that, because I know I can. And if you can't, well then just make today your marker and then check back in 2 years, because I know that you're not going to be in the same place that you were 2 years ago today if you truly intend not to be, and that you truly intend for a life beyond your wildest dreams, because it's possible. Miracles are real, and they are accessible to you literally at any time. You just have to ask. So with all that being said, this is not my last video. My next video is my last video. I'm going to be doing my 2025 vision board. I am so excited. If you want to do your vision board with me, make sure you go ahead and get your supplies so you can do it with me. I'll be posting it next week, and it's going to be going up right there. So I will see you in next week's video next week. I love you guys so much. Bye.